Good afternoon, everybody. So essentially what we did in class today was learn how to simplify expressions. You have an assignment that is due by the end of this week, guys. But I'm going to go ahead and run through this assignment with y'all so you can get the practice, okay? So let's go ahead and look through question number 1 of our assignment. This will be a quiz linked onto Canvas. So essentially what it has is, let me see if I can open it actually. Essentially, you have a box up here, you have 3x plus 2, and you have a couple of arrows pointing. All it's asking you to do is to label or to select the correct vocabulary word, okay? So for this title, right, we know that this is called an algebraic expression. For the arrow pointing to this 3, we call this the coefficient. That will always be the number in front of the variable, so that means that the arrow pointing to the x is known as the variable. And that 2 there, we call that the constant. And that sums up question number 1, guys. Let's go ahead and move on to question number 2. So here's where we actually get into the nitty-gritty. Question number 2 has you actually simplifying an expression. So the expression given is 3x plus 8 plus 8x. All right, our first goal, and I'm going to write this down here, guys. Let me make a note. Our goal is to check for distribution. Then we need to combine like terms. Okay, so the first thing here, guys, is we notice that we do have a distribution. This is what's called a distribution. And what we do here is we take the number in the front of that parentheses and we hand it off, or we multiply it times every number inside of that parentheses. So given we have 3 times x, right? That's going to be equal to 3x. This is because there's a invisible 1 in front of this x, and we're going to multiply that 3 times that coefficient of x, which is a number again in front of x. So we get 3x, and we just bring that x down. The next thing we do, guys, is we multiply that 3 times 8, and 3 times 8 is a positive 24, right? Then for this 8x, since it's not a part of the distribution, we just bring it on down. Finally, guys, we're going to combine like terms. So that you can see this visually, I'm going to box every term that has a variable, and I'm going to circle every constant or every term that does not have a variable. All right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine them. So if I see my 2 squares here, my 2 red squares, they both have a variable. The way that we combine these, guys, is we look at the number in front of the variable, which here is 3 and the other one is 8. And we add those or combine those numbers together. So 3 plus 8 is going to be 11. And we just bring the x on down. Then, since I have nothing to combine with 24, we just bring that one down. And we're left with our answer here. And that gives us our answer to question number 2. So let's go ahead and look at question number 3. Question number 3 is the same. Here we're dealing with fractions, so it might be a little bit scary, right? But we can work through this. So we have negative 1 over 4, open parentheses, 4 minus x, close parentheses, plus 4. Okay? So again, guys, our goal is to check for distribution first, and we do have a distribution here. It's this guy right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to distribute this 1/4 to the 4 and to the negative x. Okay? So that being said, we want to multiply negative 1 over 4 times 4. I'm going to go ahead and do this on the side so we can see it, how I do it. That's negative 1 over 4 times, I'm going to do a dot, or you can put a little x, times 4. What I do here, guys, is all I do is I know that if I have the number at the top, which is 1, or negative 1, I can just multiply that times this 4 and just keep the bottom the same. As long as I don't have this 4 over anything else, we're good to go. So negative 1 times 4, that's negative 4, and I can just bring this bottom over here as 4. Now we're not done yet. We can actually simplify this a little bit further. That's negative 4 over 4. Well, we know 4 divided by 4 is 1, but we have a negative here, so that would be negative 1. Next, guys, we're going to do the other one, which is negative 1 over 4 times negative x. First things first, guys, we're multiplying a negative times a negative, so we know that this is going to be a positive number. I'm going to write that like that. And then it's the same thing, guys. I don't have x is not over any other number, so it's just going to be x times 1, which is what we know any number times 1 is just x, right? And then we just bring that 4 over. Great. And now we have our products that we took for our distribution. So now we have negative 1 plus x over 4. This 4, we didn't do anything with it, so we're just going to bring it on down. Last but not least, guys, we're going to do our second goal, which is combined like terms. So we're going to go ahead, guys. You don't have to do it like this, but I love seeing it like this. So everything that has a variable, I'm going to go ahead and box it up. And everything that doesn't have a variable, I'm going to give it a circle so I know that it's my constant. Okay? Now then, do I have any pair of squares that I can combine? No, right? So I can just do this, x over 4. Now I do have two circles this time, so I'm going to combine like terms. Here I have negative 1 and 4. Another way that we can see this, guys, is that this is 4 minus 1. So 4 minus 1 is just 3. All right. I'll go ahead and leave the other two problems to you all. For question number 6, you're asked to submit work, guys. And let me go ahead and Control W. You're asked to submit work, guys. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a picture of the work that you did for solving this quiz and submit it there on question number 6, all right? This is due on Friday. Yeah, this Friday, right before the quiz, guys. Anyways, you all have a great one. I hope you have a great Tuesday. Thank you all so much.